We still have the drone scout that you were talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
he's
clearly that he's just decided this is what he does in ZVT, and like we said, it's weird. It's not necessarily bad. He does see immediately that means that Distan's now going for a different opener. It's kind of an annoying bit of a move here because he's obviously targeting the worker on the barracks just to wind you up.
Yeah, he might be like a Protoss, unconsciously Protoss player. Because he likes to do this.
Yeah.
This is something Protoss player like to do.
So it's going to be, and he's going to, yeah, he's now going to attack the SCV trying to build the natural. What is known as a dick move.
It's funny because when you do it as a Protoss, you also know that your probe loses in a straight up fight against an SCV. But still, like, the SCV wants to be building, of course, not to be fighting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the SCV is kind of busted.
It's like the small kid bullying the bigger kid because the bigger kid is trying to do something. The small kid is just bullying. Wow.
Yes, well, Granitor not winning me over as a fan right now. Annoying me. Deeply annoying. I mean, Distan, I would say, is handling this very well. But god damn, it's just annoying from Granitor.
Yeah, at this point it might almost justify the lost mining time.
Yes.
Oh, the Reaper is out, by the way.
Yeah, and he gets drone
down.
Good.
Will he get two? No, probably.
No. Granitor deserves to lose a drone for the amount of annoying things he's done. No third yet from Granitor. I'd expect to see that pretty soon. I think he's going to try and make it with this drone that was that was harassing. It's looping back around now.
To avoid the Reaper, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, it's fair enough. Doesn't quite have the minerals though, and he's going to get blocked. Is he?
This is revenge.
No, because Distan. You gotta.
Hello.
When you see that, I suspect he didn't see it. I suspect he.
Yeah, he just left the Reaper
patrolling,
there.
Yeah.
If he commanded the Reaper, he would have blocked.
Yeah, you need to block, otherwise that happens. But it's fine. I mean, it's not game changing.
Yeah,
would have been nice. I'm undecided on whether or not Granitor's spawning pool is blocking mining for this Vespian geyser. I feel like it's slightly too close, slightly blocking the path, but
you know what? I'm gonna treat this as a best of 3.
Okay. Well, as long as you don't treat it as a best of 3 when we report the results, that's fine.
Why not?
So Distan's going for a different play this time. He's going to go into Cloaked Banshees and a 3rd CC, whereas Granitor is still going for Roaches.
Okay, so yeah, he said Roaches work.
Yep.
And if it ain't broke, why not?
Yeah, I don't know whether last game. I feel like last game Distan. I don't think that is Distan's natural response to Roaches necessarily, just pure marine tank. I have a feeling that he kind of got forced into it by the early game. I will be curious to see once he scouts the Roaches this game whether or not he has a different sort of build response, more marauders. But let's see. Granitor again gonna dive with an Overseer shortly to see what he can find.
But like the previous game, there were no clock benches too, so...
Yes, that's true.
I guess this is already an anti-roach.
Yeah, you can't push early with roaches, but you can still push later. So Granitor gonna see everything. He does see cloak just before it finishes.
Oh, okay, no, it finished.
Yeah, it finished, but
right?
it was still researching when he came over, so he should have seen it.
And it almost looked like a cancel because it seemed like it wasn't fully done, but I guess it was.
Yeah. So it looks like Granitor is just gonna make Overseers and hope that Overseers is enough to push this away. Not even gonna try and make spores at the moment. I mean, the worker counts are surprisingly close. Distan's only got that one worker kill at the beginning.
Distan is landing his, about to land his 3rd CC.
Yes, which is
with
nice.
that, he will
nice.
have an economic advantage.
He's gonna go into the natural. Oh, he's gonna sit on creep. Yeah, okay, good. Never sit on creep with uncloaked banshees. It just tells us exactly what's happening. He's gonna go into the natural. He's gonna get one. There's no detection here. One queen. This is gonna do a world of damage.
And yeah, the overseers are slow, so
7 workers, 8 workers, 9 workers went down to the banshees. We might lose a banshee. No, we're not gonna lose a banshee. Yeah,
Good
9
Nitro.
workers. That was a really good play by Distan. Changeling gets denied immediately. Gonna clear up the creep on the left. I mean, this is a like 10 times better start for Distan than last game.
yeah,
Distan
there's a little
already
bit of supply
building
block.
Yep, a little bit. Distan already building the missile turret at the front of his natural because he doesn't trust Granitor, which, given that Granitor is already researching Burrow, I think is the right choice.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have Burrow move yet, right?
No, he hasn't researched that yet. Distan's the banshees are getting caught out though. This is, you can't leave them in vision range. Otherwise you risk losing them. I think that was probably a wasted scam because just gonna get pushed away and the queens are gonna come by.
Yeah, it is what it is. The little dance
Yeah.
of the creep.
Yeah,
Back and
I
forward.
mean, a much better position for Distan this game than last. Plus
Supply
1
block.
is almost finished. He is
Yes,
slightly behind
but-
on the upgrades. The supply block.
Now getting
Is-
3 depots to get out of it.
Yeah, we are. That borrow remove is again on the way for Granitor.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Distan, I feel like Distan's constantly looking to move across the map, despite having an army that I would never want to move across the map with. He's a much braver man than me on that front.
Yeah, it might be because like trying to play a bit like a pro player and utilize every unit.
But just look how many roaches there are.
Yeah.
There's just so much roach. We do have an armory. I'd love to see these Hellions turn into Hellbats, just to give us a bit of extra meat for this potential push. Oh, there they go. Perfect. Love it. You love to see it.
I think this will be a hold.
Yeah, this will be a hold, surely. It's just not enough to the tank on the high ground with the Banshee. That was actually a pretty pretty bad push, I think, for Granitor. I think Distan will be happy with that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little window in a second where +2 finishes for Granitor and won't finish for Distan just yet. But Granitor going into exactly the same build as last game. He's got the Baneling Nest just finishing up. But he's now down 15 workers to a Terran.
That's pretty bad.
That's not good. That is not good.
It's a Terran version of WiseMan.
Except
Oh, because of the supply block. Do you get supply
Yeah.
blocked a lot?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Distan now, once again, there's gonna be pressure on Distan here from a big roach push. Is that a sensor tower? It is. So this sensor tower, when it finishes, should see everything. No, because Granitor's just gonna back up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
He smells
it's a
the
slight-
sensor
it's a-
towers.
Different play this time because the Hydralisk Den is coming down from Granitor, so he is going to go into something different.
Maybe this is the transition that we would have seen in the previous game if Granitor wasn't able to just close the game with roaches and banes.
Maybe, but I mean, last time he did make a tech choice and he made the Ultra choice, which maybe is because
Oh, yeah,
he saw
right.
so much.
Right.
He saw so much Marine, but this time he's going to go into Lurker.
Oh yeah, and he's still researching range.
Yes.
And I mean, he's not getting any basic upgrades right now, actually.
Yeah. 3-3 is on the way for Distan, which will mean he will have eventually he will have an upgrade lead for the first time in this game. We have a Ghost Academy on the way, which I do like. I don't know if he
93.
scanned somewhere to reveal that. It doesn't look like it. I don't see any indication that he's scouted the Roach, the Nidus. I think, not the Nidus, the Lurker. I think
The
what
Lurker,
actually happened
yeah.
is he remembers the things from last game. He remembers the Ultras from last game, so he's probably
Oh,
making
yeah.
the Ghosts to counter the Ultras.
Yeah, I mean, at this point they're both tech into late game anyway, right? So there
Yes.
is there a hive that hive is done. So
Yeah, hive is done. Lurkers are here,
lurker
which is kind of
upgrades,
scary for this pure marine army. Like,
yeah, I wonder why he doesn't make marauders. Like, there's almost no marauders here.
we're very marine heavy, and actually,
Very.
like, even the tank count is pretty low for the stage of the game we're at. Like, it's 5 or 6 tanks, which usually I feel like I'd see more like 10. But I mean, it's fine.
It's yeah. I don't know, playstyle maybe, or do
I
you
mean,
think
if he
saw
just
something that
A moves into this 4th without a care in the world, he will kill it because there's nothing like the army's out of position. Granitor now realizes Distan's going to set up the slow push, which he's gonna. Is he see the lurkers? I think he did. Yeah, he sees the lurkers. Okay,
Yeah.
he knows there's lurkers now.
he didn't
So
lose a
that's-
single marine, which is
No,
impressive.
he didn't. He now
Pulled
knows
back
that
very,
Granitor
very
is
wide.
playing 30 lurkers.
Yeah.
Gotta be slightly careful. An unfortunate time to pick up, but I think that was still a good trade for Distan.
Yeah.
Just can't push forward too much. There's a triple drop headed for the right. It's incredibly on creep, so everyone can see it.
Everyone, except the
the-
observer was looking.
Yep. There's a Viper. That's nice. He's going to
Two
target down the
Vipers,
Viper. I
one
love it.
Viper.
I absolutely hate when a Terran does that to me, but I love it when it's my teammate. He's going to drop onto this 5th base location and deny that.
Well, one queen will try to say otherwise, but
No. One queen can try and say whatever it wants.
that's my base. The queen is still alive,
Yeah, the queen
and
lives.
the
but
liberator
it-
is dead. So
Yeah.
Who
But the
won
base
in
is
the
not. The base no longer exists.
right.
So it's now a 5 base Terran versus a 4 base Zerg, which is not a great position. We got. Oh, I thought for a second we had a nuke on the way, but it's actually it's cloak. It's ghost cloak, which just makes sense.
Yeah, a little
So
less
now
exciting.
Yeah, this is a kind of a big. This is a big check for a lot of Terran. Is like the mid game. Most Terran at this level are excellent. But then the question becomes, how good are you with your Ghost Micro against Lurkers? Because, what are we doing? What
that's
are we
the
doing?
big guy
There. That was slightly rogue. We are going to get 3
Yeah.
Lurkers off the back of it, but the initial start of that fight was...
Yeah, the control in the previous fight was superb,
Yeah.
but now this time I think he
Yeah.
was multitasking.
Yeah.
Micro in
We
this,
gotta-
this double drop.
Gotta be a little
Or-
careful because there is a Viper here that has the potential to blinding cloud a lot of these tanks if we're not careful.
But there are no units in the main, so the double drop is dealing damage.
Yeah, it is indeed, and it's going to see the Ultralisk Cavern as well if he's good, if he's paying attention.
Yep.
He's going to get the infestation pit, which I guess is nice, but it's not like we've seen. Ooh, big engage.
Attack on a tank.
Yeah, I mean overall I think this is going much better for Distan than. Oh, please finish that spawning pool off Distan. Distan, the spawning pool's on 20 HP.
Will it die?
No,
I think it
that's my
was.
prediction. No, Distan, the spawning pool on 26 HP.
Steven wins.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Distan. Steven wins.
I mean, he's doing more harassment at the 3rd. Granitor is on 56 workers, which is not a good place to be. He's got 6,000 minerals in the bank, though.
That's a few, yeah.
Ooh, some nice snipes. Good snipes, picking off a few lurkers. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I keep thinking the Distan's dropping back into the main, but it's actually 5 changelings from Granitor. I'm still so devastated about that.
I think changelings should be the same color as the player who generated the change. Not.
But then it wouldn't be as good a disguise on the minimap. I mean, this slow push from Distan has been really difficult for Granitor to deal with. Granitor, is he going to go for it? I think he's thinking about going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, big EMP on the Vipers meant there was no blinding
yeah.
clouds, and that was a
Yeah,
disaster.
that's why.
Scan Distan. Do we not have a scan? Do we
How
not have a
many
scan?
orbitals does he have?
We don't have a scan. That's really
Four
unfortunate.
orbitals.
There it is. There's our scan. Ooh, that was not a good engage. Distan now actually down 50 supply all of a sudden, just on the Remax. There's 5 Ultras on the Remax, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, what are they well upgraded?
Are they well upgraded? They have +3 carapace. They don't have their own. They don't have their unique upgrade. But Distan's has got to be a little careful that he doesn't. Yeah, because now there's a big flank, and he's going to get cleaned up. He gets away with a lot of the tanks, but he needs to find somewhere he can stabilize at home.
Yeah,
okay, he's going to stabilize.
Will push soon, right? Because he has
to.
The army advantage now.
He has a big army advantage, but the longer this game goes on, the better for Distan, because Distan's got so many bases. Not as many orbitals as I'd like. He's only on 4 orbitals, and he's using it all for scans, so his economy is not actually very good. He's got a lot of bases.
He's saying in chat that his mistake was forgetting the 4th and 5th orbital. Yep.
The fact that he's talking about mistakes in chat tells me how this game goes, which is unfortunate. But
a little spoiler. Don't say it, maybe viewers didn't realize.
I mean, he was in a really nice position with the slow push, but the macro and economy behind it and the lack of orbitals means he's in a very difficult position. I mean, there's so many ghosts that he could always still take a good engage, and he's got a lot of bases to fall back to.
With some Clem micro, you just win the ghost only with these ghosts.
I've seen players who can do it. I have seen players who can do it. But he's being out-positioned right now. And I think he's turning this into a base race.
Yeah, I think it's he wants to at this point.
I'm not sure I like the idea, but we are gonna go for it.
Gotta commit with StarCraft.
That's so many ultras.
This army has potential. There's a lot of ghosts.
There's so many ghosts. Yeah, if you can get the snipes to go off on the ultras will melt. I've seen it happen.
So Granitor will come back to try and deal with this.
Yep, that's fine. Distan scans forward so that he knows that Granitor is sort of getting closer. He doesn't have enough medevacs to pick this up though. So...
And there's a nice surround from Granitor.
Yeah, that's a very nice position. There's no detection from Granitor, but the Banelings can just roll in, and Distan has to pick up. that was I think that was a mistake.
A misclick, right?
Yeah, I think that was a misclick. Distan's now completely broken on 28 workers. Most of those 28 workers aren't mining either.
I mean, there are bases everywhere.
Yeah, Granitor also has no mining, but he's got 3,000 minerals, which means he can just flood Lings at this point.
But he's making drones. Well, okay, I mean...
Distan's got to be so careful with this army. And unfortunately, I don't think he can get away. Sieges up the tanks to give himself a little bit of something in front of him. The snipes we're gonna try and do some sniping. But the lurkers make this very difficult. Okay, we do pick up a couple of ultras.
Yeah, this is a nice position to fight with the tanks.
Yeah, but look at, I mean, the supplies are half now.
It's just, you know, he's doing the best he can at this point. But yeah, this is
and the army ultimately gets crushed, and I think we will see GG shortly.
Yeah, interesting game though.
Yeah. And the nice thing is we can pretend this game never happened, because it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's a nice little exhibition game.
Yeah, I guess. The captain abandoned the ship in the first in the last game. Then the ship